To begin our granola recipe, just get all your ingredients together, all of your seeds and nuts, and I'll talk you through which one we use. So we have a 1/4 cup each of sunflower seeds and pumpkin seeds. We have about a cup's worth of dried crisp slices of coconut. These are easy to find in health food shops. With regards to the nuts, it's really your own preference on what you like. I mean, you can pretty much put in any types that you want. So for this recipe, we use cashews, almonds, and my favourite, the pecan. And we're going to use a 1/4 cup of each, just chopped up into kind of halves or thirds, into smaller pieces. For the main component of our granola is obviously oats, and these are our go-to as two Irish guys, flavins. We always go for the organic where we can find it, and it just so happens that we're able to get this pretty much everywhere. In a large glass bowl, put in all of your oats. So this is about 380 grams, so about a third of that flavin. And I've done everything so far in cups, as it's just easier when judging the proportion. And these are the cups that we use, but you can absolutely use a teacup instead if you'd prefer. In a new smaller bowl, we're going to combine orange juice and honey, so pretty much that entire thing. It's a third of the squeezy, so probably about 120 grams of honey. This is an amazing honey from the place that the two of us are from in Ireland, so yay! And juice your orange at this point as well. You can also use the rind of the orange to add kind of extra orange flavour into this, but for us, the orange isn't really a flavour. It's just to kind of combine everything into clusters. So it isn't that it's orange flavoured, it's just that this is going to be the liquid that holds everything together. So give that a whisk together to combine, and then we're going to pour that over everything in the larger bowl. I'm going to hold off on the coconut at the minute, as if you add that into the oven, it's going to go too crisp and it's going to burn, so that's going to go in later. Everything's combined, add in the liquid and give it a good stir with a wooden spoon. So that's all combined and gotten quite wet, so now it's time to get these involved and crunch it up with your hand. As that's really how granola is, it's in clumps and clusters and crunchy all together, so just bring it all together with your hands, just squelching it to ensure everything is coated and in clumps. Obviously all oats aren't equal, so if you find it too dry, add in extra orange juice or extra honey if you'd prefer it really, really sweet. Some granolas come full of oil and extra sugar, but you really do not need that at all. And I've just transferred it into the dish it's going to be put into the oven in. It's fairly shallow, but you can see that it's nice and clumped. There isn't anything else underneath this. It isn't greased, it isn't lined, it's just thrown in, and then we're going to bake it. Now it's worth noting that this recipe is just for the basic granola, so you can adapt this in any way that you like. You can put in dried fruits like raisins, apricots, sultanas, etc., but do not put them in at this step. because they're going to dry out, they're going to get crisp, they're going to burn, and trust me, they do not taste good. You can put some dried spices on this as well, some cardamom, some cinnamon, if you like. I think the honey flavour is quite strong and sweet and prevalent all on its own, so I don't tend to put in spices, but you absolutely can. But just remember, do not put in the coconut slices or the dried fruit at this point. So now preheat your oven to 180 degrees. Then that goes into the oven at 180. Now the next step is really important. You need to turn the mixture every 8 minutes. A random time, I know, but it's just the easiest way to do it. So you're going to mix it 4 times. So every 8 minutes, take it out of the oven, give it a good stir around and put it in again. And you're going to do this 4 times. That just ensures that everything is evenly browned, evenly crisp and crunchy, and it's all going to taste delicious. So it's a bit of work, but it's worth it. After the first 8, you can see that the top is just getting the slightest tinge of a golden colour. Time to good stir around and then put it in again for the next 8 minutes. Now on turn 3, you can see the colour starting to develop on the sides. It's looking golden. Now at the 4th turn, you can see everything is a gorgeous brown golden colour. So now I'm going to add in the coconut. I'm going to add in a dash of this, actually possibly the whole thing, just to give it extra colour and sweetness. Got the maple from a Canadian company in Quebec, and it's really good stuff. But obviously this is an optional step. As you can see, it is golden enough already, really. So that's it out of the oven, all golden and gorgeous. Now after this cools, it's going to go into a large kilner jar. So easy to make, especially at the weekends, for great breakfasts through the week, or even just a snack on some yogurt. Hope you enjoyed our cook along recipe. Please do tell us if you're going to make it yourself.